I'm Roxie with Roxie's Broadway Breakdown. Welcome back to my channel. And today I am giving song suggestions for mezzo-sopranos leaning soprano. I have done a lot of videos for song suggestions. And in musical theater, they sometimes just say mezzo-soprano or soprano. And we altos need to figure out where we belong, because mezzo-soprano tends to be a catch-all. And so there are a lot of roles where it says mezzo-soprano that contraltos fit into, because the role tends to be low enough that we can sing it. But there are some roles that tend to be very high. They're almost soprano, and there's no way that it's at the top of the range that we can sing that. At least I can. And so, but some mezzos, it tends to fit beautifully in their range because they tend to almost be classic sopranos, but they have a nice range that they are considered more mezzo. So let me give you some song choices that I think sort of fit in that range. All right, starting out with Parade and the character Lucille. This was just revived last year on Broadway with Ben Platt and Michaela Diamond, who I think has a gorgeous voice. And the song You Don't Know That Man. And it's a very passionate song. It's just so beautiful and compelling. And it has a lot of bright belt notes, but again, they're in that upper register that I think are more in that head voice, but you have to have a really strong head voice to belt those notes out. Mr. Saturday Night, from Mr. Saturday Night, the character Susan that was created by Shoshana Bean, who I also think has a great voice. Now, she does have some bottom register, but this song is higher, and it's the song Maybe It Starts With Me, and this is one of those upbeat songs that's very hopeful, like I can do it kind of song. From the show Ragtime, the character Sarah that was created by Audra McDonald, 6-time Tony Award winner. Now, I've always thought of Audra McDonald as a mezzo, and apparently along with other people, because in an article I recently just read, she was like, I am not a mezzo. I am a classic soprano, okay? But she has just such a gorgeous range. And this song, Daddy's Son, is very mournful and soulful, and you've got to have a lot of control to sing it, because it gets soft and then it gets big and then it gets soft and then it gets big. I mean, you just have to really know your voice to sing this song, but it's gorgeous. From the Notebook that recently just opened on Broadway. Now, there's 3 alleys in this show. Like in the movie, there was just older alley and younger alley, but they have 3 alleys. And so middle alley sings My Days. Now, I think this song is tricky, because it starts off slow and it kind of simmers, and then it builds to these incredibly high belting notes. And because it's such a strong, punched out song, like she's just giving it her all and saying, you know, this is it, this is my life kind of song. The notes, like when you get up to these high notes, there's no way to back off of them. There's no way to go into kind of like a light head voice. They've got to be punched out. And so you really have to know your voice, because you got to be right on top of these notes. You can't kind of like, you know, eke up to them, or you're going to go sharp and it's going to sound really like, oh. Okay, so you got to be really careful and know your range on this song. From the musical Shucked that was such a hit last year, the character Maisie sings Maybe Love. And this one, the way it's written, or whatever key, it's got these big, beautiful, open, round notes to belt. So much easier song to sing. From Kimberly Akimbo, Kimberly sings Make a Wish. And to me, this is almost, to me, she almost is soprano, especially in this song, because it's just floaty and lyrical and light, and it really sits in that upper register. From the Who's Tommy that is getting a revival this spring on Broadway, Mrs. Walker sings Smash the Mirror. And to me, this is probably the lowest on the list, in that it's a very rock, it's a very edgy song, but I can belt this one. It's, so that's why I say like this one maybe sits just right there in the middle of the mezzo range, because if I can belt it, then it's a high belt, but it's not that high. And then How to Dance, from How to Dance in Ohio, the character Meredith sings Unlikely Animals, and it's a very youthful song. It's just a very light song. So I put that one on the list. There you go. There are my choices. I hope you liked that. Don't forget to click and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next.